this recording, it's about Christmas, which is a lovely time of the year. It's a time of the year when not only are we busy personally, but in our salon businesses, it's a very busy time of the year. There's lots of parties and weddings and all sorts of things. So it's a really lovely time to make the most of the silly season. The thing that can happen though is you can have your Christmas packs come in and you can order too many and then you're disappointed because you're stuck with them and there's a huge expense with that. Or the other thing that can happen is you can order them in and they arrive and they sell quickly and you wished you had twice as many. And I've been in both positions actually. So what I want you to do is have some planning around your Christmas packs. And if you're really clever and you do the work, because you're all clever, but if you do the work, you could almost have them all sold out, or you could have them all sold out. So either one would be good. But if you could have a plan for who's going to take them, one, you'll know how many to order. And two, it's just a wonderful time to really boost your sales, like incredible time. So you could easily put away thousands of dollars towards a refit, a holiday, pay back some debt. It's a lovely time of the year to really catapult yourself ahead financially. However, it needs planning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my presentation with you. And every year I edit it a little bit because I've learned something else. But before we do that, I wanted to share with you a resource that you might find helpful. That's this one, your Salon Retail. So there's 3 books, but that one in particular will help you to get your head around not selling things. Just don't sell anybody anything. Just tell them what you know. And then at the end, you ask them, would you like to take that with you today? That's it, right? Selling implies that you're pushing something on someone. And I just know that that would never sit with a hairdresser or a beauty therapist to be pushing something. Yuck. So hold a minute and I'll get my presentation and we'll get started. Welcome back. So let's move your Christmas stock. Let's promote the promotion. So the Christmas stock is your promotion. And over the years, I've been doing this a long time, I've witnessed where some people's retail is ordinary, really lacks some luster. And then the Christmas packs come in and they sell really well. And I think, wow, what's going on here? So from doing years of experience, years of research on this, what happens is the team member can actually recommend something that they believe is of good value. So I'll take through a simple example of perhaps you have a cleanser and a moisturizer comes in a pack and it has a free sunscreen. So what happens then is the beauty therapist thinks this is a really good bargain because normally that sunscreen's $45, but you get it for free if you buy this and this in this pack. So because they believe that it's worth the value or it's incredible, then they tell all their clients and they sell. Same in hair. Might be normally the shampoo's, let's say $30, the conditioner's $30, so that's a $60 purchase. But this $60 purchase now has perhaps a leave-in moisturizer or a dry shampoo or something like that, and that's normally $40. So because it's free in the pack and you get this Ziploc bag or whatever, then the hairdresser goes, that's a really good bargain, so they want their clients to have it. So there lies the secret. If the beauty therapist or the hairdresser thinks this is a really good deal, they will promote it. So there's 2 parts of this promotion, and the belief of the stylist or the beauty therapist is so powerful. So let me click and hopefully, what am I doing? Move to the next one. Oh, there we go. So why would you listen to me? Well, not for my IT support skills, I can tell you that. You're probably here because you've seen me on socials or something and you have a salon. That's why I'd imagine you'd be here. If you're not and you're in the wrong room, you go, okay, that's fine. Bye, have a good day, right? So although these principles would apply in general purpose, I used to be a hairdresser and I was a salon owner, and I felt this need to help salon owners to understand that the technical side is only part of your business, but running a business is really important, right? So it's 2 jobs, like it's really different. So I started on a journey of helping people because I needed help about my 3rd year. And when I started to learn this stuff, I thought, wowza, this is so cool. Like if you just raise your average dollar sale by this much or your number of clients by this much and you start recommending retail in a really authentic way, Boom, baby. So I think I was always a businesswoman underneath, whereas I think sometimes I come across a hairdresser or a beauty therapist who doesn't really want to do the business side. If that's the case, we probably need to have a chat about that. But there is so much more value in you being the coach in your business, right? And you being the leader in your business than there is you being the technician. So these books come in audio, and if you wait till the end, I'll give you an incredible offer that you'll go, wow, that's really cool. And I just want to help you, right? I just want to help you because I feel joy when I help you because I know what it was like. And I always say, I wish I'd met me when I was you. To think about that, right? So because I'm 60 this year, that means that I was hairdressing in 1984 when I started. And that's 40 years ago. Actually, it is 40 years ago. Yeah, it's 40 years ago. And things are very different, right? We have so much at our fingertips now, so much. And so there really isn't an excuse as to why you can't thrive in your business. Most of it is kind of up here in this real estate. There's something often holding you back. I know there was something holding me back. And once I got through that, sky opened up for me. And I just live this incredible life that I just have to pinch myself. And it's all because I learned what I needed to learn. So please don't sit on the I'm too scared fence. Get off that fence and get some help because it's incredible. So this is the path that you decide. And so each year, like I said, I upgrade and change things because I find out more things. And in the last couple of years, I've really worked hard on myself physically. And then in the last 12 months, I worked really hard on myself mentally. So I felt like the road was tough. I felt like there wasn't team members to hire and our industry was shit and everything was wrong. And what I've learned is that's actually not true. There's a lot more that I could have done and I can do and I am doing now. So you're thinking, who are the hotties on the other side in the bikinis? Well, Sean Connery was a famous 007 actor, and this is his wife, and this is his great granddaughter. So he's since gone to God, but she hasn't, and she's in her 90s and she's on a yacht in the Caribbean. 93, I think she is. And I just look at that and I just feel so inspired because I think we all get a choice. We get to choose to live our lives today and in this half an hour. And thank you for watching because there's a lot of things you could be doing, but you're here because you have a belief in yourself. So there's a road you need to choose to take that path. Now, we could look at her and say, well, that's all right because he would have been wealthy and famous. And I actually don't know much about her. But when I saw this, I thought, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to be wearing a bikini in the Caribbean when I'm 93. And so when you know where you're going and what you want your life to be, then it's much easier to make decisions, right? And in recent times, I've had a mental breakdown, which I don't like to call it mental. I'd like to say my brain stopped functioning like it should. And so long story short, diagnosed with ADHD only, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months ago. Absolutely game changing for me to understand why I thought like I did and how my brain works differently to most. But the other thing that I learned was to go smaller on your decisions. So now if I look at something, I think, is this good for my brain or is this bad for my brain? And I make the decision there. So although we can have a path to be that we want to be on and we want to be when we're 93, we want to be on a bikini in a yacht with our great grandchildren. That's all well and good, but we need to be able to make really small decisions today because if you think about that, you go, doesn't matter, I'll get back to it tomorrow. But when you make the smallest decision, is this good for me or is this bad for me? Okay, well, I won't have it. The same as, like Diet Coke. It's not good for me, so I don't have it. Whereas I didn't think that small before. So thinking small is a really good way to make your path to where you want to go. So because we're in the hair and beauty space, I know that we would all be amused or motivated or excited by this image. Another one in recent times is Simone Biles, who's just won the Olympics like you wouldn't believe. And that woman is just unbelievable. Not only is she 27, which is unheard of because normally they're very young, like under 20, and that she had a mental breakdown, and what she learnt was she had to look after herself. And that was so dear to my heart, because that's what I want to teach you as a salon owner. You can work and keep staying on the floor and keep doing all the work and not exercise and not drink water and not eat healthy. And it just doesn't work like that. In the last Olympics, she had a breakdown, a mental breakdown. And so she took the next 4 years to really do not much, and just as far as her physical training, but she did so much with her mental, unpacking her childhood. And if you want to watch her story on Netflix, you'll just be blown away at how her childhood panned out, how she was adopted out, and just her story. It's incredible. And she's just an amazing example of why your mental health is really important. And yeah, just watch it. And then only today, they announced that she's just won all those gold medals and she's pregnant. What else can she do? So, we're all capable of great things, but we need to put our hand up and ask for the help that you need. And so to be vulnerable is really, really scary. And I know that for myself. And I'd like you to put your hand up a lot sooner than you do. Okay, so just think about that. What do you need? What do I need? Who can help me? What do I need? That's 2 questions you need to ask yourself. So when we think about our Christmas packs and being sold out, we have to require a different way to think, right? And the way we need to think about is to take ownership of what's happening to us, right? So I was taught a long time ago that everything that happens to me is my fault. And I'm not really sure that that's true, but I know that everything that happens to me, I have a choice of how I can react or respond, right? So react is like instant. It's kind of gut feeling, and there is a place for that. But to take ownership of what's going on, think about it and respond is really powerful, right? So, and beneath that is accountability and responsibility. And that's called above the line thinking, right? So above and below the line is a really good way to teach your team members how to think about situations, right? So if we're above the line, then we think, okay, so what could I do in here? What ownership could I take in this? What am I being accountable, or am I avoiding situations, or am I being responsible for my actions, or am I thinking about this and need to tell myself a whole different story, right? So that's above the line. Now, I'd like you to live there, but we all dip below. We all get in the shitty spot. You can visit, but you can't live there because, well, you can. It's your choice to do whatever you like, but I wouldn't suggest you live there. So people who live below the line, they blame the industry for not training people properly. They blame the taxes because they're too high, or they blame that they weren't taught that, or they make excuses because I'm sick, or I've got long COVID, or I've whatever, and maybe they're all true. But you can't use it as an excuse. You have to take responsibility. Why did you get sick in the first place? So you have to be accountable for your actions. Okay, so I'm not well. What can I do now? What's the most important thing I can do now that I'm not well? And it could be actually rest, right? So I'm not a person who wants to push you hard. I'm a person who wants to educate you so that you understand yourself. But the worst place to be and the lowest place to be is when you are in denial. Now, I know that none of you would be in denial, because you wouldn't be putting your hand up and saying, yes, I'd like to look at your Christmas pack promotion, because you're going, nah, I'll just get the same as I got last year and sell them, and some of them will sell and some of them won't. So that's kind of denial that you have an opportunity to change, to grow, to flourish. So that's not where you are. But sometimes people can be there and then they're in denial about what they can achieve, or I don't know. It's just it's not a good place to be. And I think, I don't know that I do that very often, to be honest. I'd have to have a good think about that, but I can make excuses, don't you worry, and I can blame other people, don't you worry. So you can visit it. I say it's like a caravan park. You don't want to live there, but you can stay there for a while, right? But you get back up above that line and you take responsibility. You be accountable for your actions, because nobody's coming to save you and nobody's coming to save me. I'm saving me and you're saving you. So have a think about that. It's a bit of a hard reality, but it's damn true, and it will set you up to succeed. Okay. I don't believe there's failing. I think there's falling. I think we can fall, we can trip up, but we get back on. The only people who don't fail are those ones who don't try. And that's not what I want for you. So I've got top 10 things that I've been doing for quite a few years now, teaching people on how to move their Christmas packs. 5 are related to your clients and 5 are related to your team, right? Now, if you are a onesie, as I call, meaning that you're a solo operator and you work on your own, guess what? You're the team. So wherever it says team, that refers to you. Team means the person facing the client. It doesn't mean number of people. So team means the person facing the client. It's pretty simple, really. Because every now and again, someone goes, oh, your program's a bit about team. Yeah, well, if you're going to face the client, that's your team. So if it's you, so to me, that's just an excuse as to why this program can't work. You are the team if you are one, and if there's more than one, then they're team members, but you are the team. So just remember that. All right, the 2 parts, the team parts and the client's parts, or you might call them guests. These are the 2. All right, so with the team, I want you to plan it. I want you to map it out. So one of the things could be quite simple, as in if the Christmas packs arrived in this week and you've got 10 weeks till Christmas, then you think, okay, so let's say, for example, in this image, you've got 3 people and 10 weeks. So then you think, well, how many can they sell a week? That's what you need to do. So then you think, okay, well, if they could sell, they work 5 days each, perhaps they could sell 2 Christmas packs a week. Okay, so that would mean that's how many. It's pretty simple, really. So you could have, if she can sell 1 a week, that's 10, 20, 30. We need 30 Christmas packs. If you think, oh, no, they can sell 2 a week, okay, so then we need 2 a week and there's 10 weeks, so that's 20, 40, 60 Christmas packs. So I want you to plan it and map it out. Now, I don't want it to be only your decision. If this was my team, I would have a meeting with them and say, what can we do? I'd also go back and have a look at what you did last year, right? Look at when the first Christmas pack was sold, because that'll give you an idea when they came in, and think about how many you ordered, right? So history does tell you a lot, and quite often we don't look back. So after this year, I want you to write it down somewhere so that next year when you go to order, you'll know what it was and you'll go, well, they sold really well and I couldn't sell those, or they didn't sell as well. So get a bit of a history around which ones sold. And when you do this, it just helps you to do the next year better. And you could even just put it in the diary, like some software, they have a little place where you can write notes. So you might put a note, write Christmas packs somewhere as a client, Mrs. Christmas pack. And then next year when you search for Mrs. Christmas pack, in her notes, it'll be there. And then you might have Mrs. Thanksgiving, and you might have Mrs. Easter, Mrs. Mother's Day, and all of those. All you got to do is search and you'll find that client's name, and then it'll be in there in history. So what I want you to understand is it's not as complicated as we tend to make it in our brain, right? And I'm really good at giving you little simple tips like that, which will help you. So think about how many team members you have. Think about how many you think you can sell. So that's one part, how many you can sell to clients that are coming in every day. But there's other things that we can work on about selling them before the clients, before they even arrive, have them sold out, okay? So excited, get excited. You can't talk about the Christmas packs sometimes, right? If you've got 10 clients a day, you need to talk about every client every day, talk to them about the Christmas pack. Okay, it's just, you got to get an energy around it. And when you get an energy around it and you're excited, not like, oh my God, the Christmas packs are going to come, I don't know where I'm going to put them. No, that's not excited, right? You need to be ready for them. And if it means that you put up temporary shelves for Christmas, then put up temporary shelves. One of the things I used to do is just use fishing wire, because we had a ceiling that was those panels, you could pull the panels out. So what we would do is put the fishing wire, which was clear, through the Christmas pack corner and up over the roof and that. So they would hang down in all different levels like that, all around, behind the front desk. So when you came in and you put tinsels and bows and baubles and things on them, and you might, maybe if we got 80 Christmas packs, I might have done 25 that were hanging there, and they were the last ones to sell because I used them as a display. So there's so many things you can do, really. Even if you just Google, everything can be Googled. So Google, how do I display my Salon Christmas packs? See what comes up, right? So get excited about it. And if you do Google and you find out what you're going to do, and then you take a screenshot and you show it to your team members in the meeting, right? So that's my point 3, that display them needs to be visually beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it might mean that you get a big glass vase or bowl or something, and you put them in there, and you put champagne in there, and you might put chocolates in there and Santa, whatever. Just do it. So it's beautiful. Oh, when they come into the room, they need to feel it. They need to feel this Christmas energy. So your Christmas packs are really important. The other thing that you can do is wrap them all beautifully so that they've got blank cards on them, and it might have a little sticker that says what's actually it is, because don't worry, one year I wrapped them all and went, oh, now I've mixed them up. I don't know which one's which. So label them, please. Just even a Post-it note under the ribbon or something that tells you what it is. Or you might put a blue dot in the corner of the ones that are this and the green dot for the other one. So just be warned, right? So display them absolutely beautifully. And the same is with your on your socials and all that. It's really worth taking the time to display them beautifully, because people are drawn to loveliness. It's pretty simple, right? Track it and celebrate. So you might put something in the back room, say like if you've got 80, so you might put up a piece of paper that's got 20 boxes on it. So 20, 40, 60, 80. And when one's sold, you mark it. So you might write Lisa and the next one cross, and you might Lisa, the next one cross Sarah, the next one cross Sarah. And so you can see where you're going. So you might have just A4, but they go down the wall somewhere like that, and it can be in the bathroom. It doesn't matter where it is, but it's for you to celebrate and go, wow. And then when we get to that one, then we might go out for drinks. And then when we get to that level, then we might go out for dinner. I don't know. It's up to you. But if you track it and display it, it's really good. Another time I've seen where they've done a Christmas tree like that. And so they've got at the bottom might be 15 and the next row is 12 and the next row is 10 or whatever. And it adds up to how many there is. And then when the last one's sold, that's the Christmas star on top of the tree. So all sorts of ways that you can do it. And you can Google that again as well. But really make sure that you track it and celebrate. Like you got to get involved, get excited. And when you get excited, it's just fun, right? Or it might be like a what is it? Advent calendar. That it's that certain one. There's a prize, and we don't know what the prize is. And so when whoever gets it gets the prize. And you could put something in like a car wash voucher or a movie ticket or a bottle of champagne or something, but they don't know what it is. So that's the one. I don't know. Okay, lots and lots of things you can do there. So, and I think to reward the team members, and I'd say you can reward the team members with money, and that's one thing, but I think it's really nice to reward them with acts of kindness. So say, for example, you know that the person you work with absolutely loves your carrot cake, then for no reason, it doesn't have to be at a certain way, you start the thing and you show up one day with carrot cake and you go, this is the Christmas pack cake, right? Oh no, Christmas packs on the cake. Like you just get excited. But acts of kindness would be really nice. Like you might even offer to mind the girl's children while she goes out to the movies, or mind the girl's children for her while she does her Christmas shopping, or just acts of kindness are the greatest rewards. They're better than anything in this world, but just acts of kindness, even writing on a Christmas card and saying, well, it doesn't have to be a Christmas card, but writing on a card and say, I can see the energy that you're putting into the Christmas packs, and I'm so grateful that you are, doing the work that I'm asking you to do. It's just a joy to work with you. That's an act of kindness, and that will have a really good impact, right? So I always say to people, treat people how you would like to be treated, be the person in the world that you want the people in the world to be, right? So everything comes back to you. So if you want the world to be kind, then be kind. If you want the world, you want people in the world to be rewarded for their efforts, then you reward people for their efforts. It's pretty simple, really. That's what I want you to think about, okay? Now, this one is about the clients. You could pick two winners. So you could have like another, like some sort of, you can get beautiful piggy banks or things, or it can be just a little glass jar with a lovely lid. And every time somebody buys one, their name and the stylist or the therapist's names go in there, right? So a little piece of paper and you write Lisa, and on the back you put Tommy Jones, because he bought one and Lisa recommended it to him. So that just goes in. And people go, oh, what's going on here? Is it a raffle? No, these are Christmas packs, because what we're going to do is we've got this thing, and it might be could be $100 worth of products that you have in your store with champagne, with chocolates, I don't know, whatever, make this lovely display. So what you do is you pick two winners. So one would be the lucky client who won and the person who sold it to her. So if Sarah Jones won and I sold it to, I win, and it could be that I win the movie tickets and the client wins this pack of products. right? So that's also creating a lot of energy, and you can post that and put it on your socials as well. So you could get a little sneak preview of what the product packs are going to contain, and you might even do a live and go, wow, I'm so excited, I've just put this together. And so this year with the Christmas pack, so think about it, there's not a person in your life that doesn't need shampoo and conditioner or skincare or sunscreen or whatever. So why do you make Christmas shopping so hard when you could come in here and I could help you choose? And we can even put gift vouchers and the whole thing. I can wrap every present for you. You tell me their names, you give me a list of their names, and I'll write the whole thing. And all you've got to do is sign your name. And all your grandchildren are going to have beautiful skincare products or shampoos. How easy is that? Right? So what you got to do is you just got to make it really easy. So picking the 2 winners is going to create some energy, something for your socials, adding value to it, as in a product and service. So you might say, with the Christmas pack, you can receive a free spray tan, and that's going to be done by Sarah, who's just learning to do her spray tanning or whatever. Okay, so you can package a value of the pack with something. So let's say the pack is $50 and maybe a spray tan, for easy maths, make it $30. So that will normally be $80. So what we'll do is instead of the $80 together, you can have it for $60, $65. You actually don't have to reduce it by much, but it just feels like a really good thing to do. Okay, so that's something you can do. Or you might have, if you buy 3 spray tans, they're $30 each. So that's $90 plus this pack that, keeps your skin's got a loofah and all of that. And that's a $50 pack. So we've got 90 and 50. Normally that's, what did we say, 140, but it's only 120. Lovely gift for somebody and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So just get a little bit creative. The only thing I would say to you is just don't get too complicated. Pretty simple. The product, a service, and you can reduce the service a little bit, not much, a little bit, okay? So the next part is you can look at past purchases of that product. So if it was a shampoo that I like to use, it's got blue in it to make my grey hair more stand out and slick, then you would put me on the list of who you're going to call, right? Because that shampoo and conditioner is the one that Lisa buys and she loves it, and it comes with bing, whatever that is, I don't know. Maybe my hair was long again, and it would be a heat protector, or it comes with a moisturizer, or it comes with a mask, or it comes with a something, right? So you would put me on that list of past purchases of that product, because what you're going to do is you're going to make some phone calls and say, Lisa, or you could send a text or make whatever suits you. I like phone calls, but some people, the phone rings, they think, what's happened? My phone's rang. Generally, we text people before we call them. But whatever it is, you can work that out, how you're going to get in touch with these people. So just to send a text and a picture of the pack, you could do that first and say, these are the Christmas packs that are coming in, and I know that this is a product that you love, and I thought you might like first dibs. Just reply yes or no, and we can talk about it in your next appointment, or apply yes or no, and then I can give you a call, and if you want, I'll put one away for you. So now let's say if it's a $50 thing and she wants it, then just take her money over the phone. Don't go, oh, I can pay a deposit and then pay the rest. No, why? If I was getting first dibs on something, would you like to buy that? Yes. Like when you buy something online, you pay for it and then it shows up, if you're lucky sometimes, if you buy it from the wrong country like I often do. But for this is a $50 purchase. You just take a card over the phone and then it'll be here, and I'll let you know when it comes in. That's it. So we often get in our head about when we should take the money. Take the money when the person says yes. That's it. Okay. Now, the other one is top spenders. Top spenders are people who are frequent to you. So they probably, have regular things all the time. They might be in a salon. It might be that they have a blowover every week. Or top spenders are, they have hair extensions and the whole lot. In beauty would be similar. I'd be a top spender in a beauty salon, as in I would, not now, but in the old days I had Botox and skin peeling and all sorts of things. At the moment I'm going through a bit of a clean, so I don't do any of those, which is, my bank account looks better. But top spenders are just that, top spenders. So you might have that conversation with the top spender and say, don't tell her she's a top spender, but just say, because you're such a frequent user, of our services, I just thought it might be something that you would be interested in, to make gifts for other people or perhaps for you. Is there anything that I could do for you, as in the way of the Christmas packs? Because they're always scarce. And I know that you have, 10 grandchildren, or know that you, I don't know, who she might have Christmas, you might know she's from a big family, or I don't know, whatever it is, you'd know about her, and just say, is it something that I could, actually put something together for you, bespoke for you? Because I just thought it would be something that might be helpful. And she'd go, oh, yes, I have to buy things for, I've got 5 people that work under me, and I have to all give them a Christmas gift. And you go, well, you know what? Give me the budget, tell me a little bit about them, or send me a photo of each girl, and so I can see their hair, and then I'll put together a bespoke pack for you, right? So you can do the Christmas packs that come like the Christmas packs, but you can make your own Christmas packs. Like, there's no reason why, she might have one girl who's at the gym and she shampoos her hair every day, and she has another girl with long extensions, so she's going to need a special one. So there's no reason why you can't open a pack and make it a different one, and put in a spray tan, or put in a facial, or whatever it is you do, and make it bespoke. And you would only do that for your top spenders. So I don't know how many top spenders you'd have. You'd have to have a look, but it's probably, have a look, but they might only have 5 or 6 of them. So have that conversation with them, and see how you can help them. Like, they deserve to be rewarded well, because they are your top spenders. Okay. Now, the last point for your clients is to pre-wrap them, right? So if anyone was to buy more than 2, you'd pre-wrap them. Okay. And you can also pre-wrap all of them if you want to. You need to leave some out so they can see what's in them. But if you were to pay a 13-year-old niece or someone who would love to wrap them properly and beautifully, like wrap them beautifully, right? It's just a lovely thing. Like, if you can buy presents for people, like if you think about, I don't now, but years ago we used to buy gifts for different family members, and it just got out of hand because I'm one of 9 children, so you can imagine. So you had to buy presents for this one and that one. Then you've got your children's teachers and that. So if someone could say to them, this is really lovely, and like sunscreen's a brilliant one. There isn't a person on this planet who shouldn't be using sunscreen. So if you can give them a lovely one, that would be a great present for a school teacher, or the lady who cleans your house, or someone who does the gardening. I don't know, but I just think beauty products are so good because everybody uses them. And when you get them all pre-wrapped in the cards, like, you think, hello, Christmas was so good. Every year I've always had a theme. So over the years, it would have been, I'd buy alcohol for everybody. Would never do that now, but I would buy books for everybody, right? Or I'd buy vouchers for everybody, but there's a theme. Okay. So, or an experience for everybody. So you'd go on that red balloon or something, and this one gets a jump out of a plane, and this one gets a whatever, but they all get an experience, right? Another year I did, all of them got restaurant vouchers. So, to restaurants that I knew that they would love. So the vegan ones went to the vegan. Always have a theme, makes it so much easier. So when you tell this story to your clients, and then you tell them that perhaps I can help you to get a theme, when I've done this, I've heard wonderful stories back from people who've had women maybe like a bit older than me, maybe a client who's in her 70s, and she's got these teenager grandchildren with pimples. So they've bought great skincare packs that are starters for teenagers, and grandma's spent that, which is way better than what she was buying, that the teenagers didn't want. And now they've got this, right? You can always say to them too, if it isn't what the grandchild wants, we're happy to swap it for something else, right? And it rarely happens. But if you give skincare to a boy who thinks, I don't want skincare, Grandma, what were you thinking? Well, you can change that for something else, right? And even if it means that she changes that product for her, so that the grandma can have something for her instead, a skincare product for her. Like, who cares? It's going to happen just a tiny amount of time. So you've got to think about your clients and how busy they are and how stressed they are, and just help them out, right? And so helping them out is by wrapping them all for them. It's not that big a job. You get someone else to do it. You be a hooer, you get someone else to do it. So just to recap, when it comes to our team, plan it, map it out, get excited. Every client, every time, display it, visually beautiful for the clients. Track it in the back room and celebrate along the way, and reward your team members with acts of kindness. it's the nicest thing you can do, and you should know what they like, right? When it comes to your clients, set up some sort of winner that two people are going to win. And you might be giving them, $100 voucher in the salon, and you could give your team member a $100 voucher from Myers or David Jones or somewhere, a big department store. And then with your, it's got to be good so they want to win it, right? Add value to it. Right, so add value, a product and a service is a really good idea. Past purchases of that particular product that is in the pack is a really good way. You need to make some lists of people. Just go through your computer and search for that product and how many has been sold, and you should be able to get a list. And if you can't, go to your software provider, but you should be able to get a list who bought that product in the last 12 months. Top spenders. Think about how you can bespoke something just for them, which would be really nice, and they'd be super impressed. And pre-wrap them for ease, right? Buy little tags and everything. So easy, and they'll absolutely love you. So if you're going to pre-wrap them, just be mindful that you do something a bit neutral, because, there's the fancy who like it to be white with silver or gold or whatever. And not everybody wants to have, loud sort of a real kids' Christmas, like it should be an elegant, that's my opinion anyway. So gold and silver, you can't go wrong. Okay. So think about that, because that's really important. So that's my presentation. That's what I wanted you to know. I hope it's really helpful. So there's a couple of things that we can do now for you. This book I put together, Chaos to Calm. It's got 3 videos like this, and download sheets so that you can get started. And it's a really lovely way for you to start to think about, okay, maybe you are creating the chaos in your life. And I want your life to be calmer. I want, when you're calm and centered, you live a better life and you can help more clients. So I believe my work is to help you to help them. And so this is a free download. It's called Salon Playbook. So you might like that. So that's the first step. Simon's cooking something in the kitchen and he's burning it. I'm nearly choking with smoke in here. So if you're thinking, what is she doing? She needs a drink of water. She does. So that's one thing. So you can get working on that. But if you think, you know what, I resonate with this girl and I'd like to know a little bit more, you might have a particular problem you're struggling with. Some people reached out because they want to move to a bigger premises and they're not sure whether they should or whatever. But if you feel like I've got something that I can help you with, I'm happy to put you on a help call. But I want you to do your work too. I don't want you to come to me and go, I don't know if I want to keep my salon or whatever. Like I really want to work with people who know this is their joy and they want to move forward, but they feel a bit stuck for some reason. Happy to help you on a help call. Now, if we have a help call and you just think the timing's not right, or I just think, no, I don't think we'd be a good fit, or I don't think the timing's right, I'll tell you, right? I only want to work with people who are ready to take their business to the next step, who are a bit sick of being in the chaos and thought by now it would have been easier and smoother, and thought by now they might have been making more money, or thought by now they might have been only working, a few hours on the floor, and they're not. Everything seems to stay the same or get worse. That's who I want to talk to. Okay. So you can, down the bottom there, it says I'm all zing. So I am, then ALL. Zing. So you can click on there and book a call with me. So that's one thing you can do. Or you can download this playbook, which Jess will sort for you. So either way, you've got something to move on with, and you can get on with your playbook and you can get on with your Christmas packs. So have a good think about what I might do, screenshot that one that has the two the clients and thing, because then you'll be able to look at it and go, yes. So hopefully you've taken notes, but I think that might be easier. So actually, now that I think about it, I will do that for you, and it will all come to you in voila email or somewhere. I shouldn't say things like that because I always say the wrong thing. Jess will sort it out. Okay, so just lovely to have spent some time with you today, and I look forward. Just reach out to me on socials. I always answer. People go, oh, she answered. I think, yes, I really care about you and I want to help you. So reach out and I would love to help you. Have a good day. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. If it's morning, have a lovely day. And if it's evening, have a lovely sleep tonight. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.